So I've recently been getting weirdly into foldable phones. I don't know why, but the good thing is that there's a bunch of foldable phones dropping right now. You might have seen my most recent video of me unboxing the brand new Motorola Razr Plus 2024, and today we've actually got the latest foldable phone. This time around, it's the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Now, like with the Razr Plus 2024, this phone doesn't drop until July 24th, and I actually like that phone. I pre-ordered this phone probably about a month and a half ago, and it arrived early. Not sure exactly why, but I'm not mad at it. I love when phones come early, especially the ones that I pay around $2,000 for. Yes, the retail price of this phone is around $2,000. It's technically $1,899, at least for the base model 256GB version. This is actually the 512GB version because for some reason, Samsung is holding a promotion on their website where the 512 version is the same price as the 256, and the 256 is not available. Not sure exactly why that is, but again, not mad at it. But before we get into the unboxing itself, let's take a look at the box. This box is very, very thin because unfortunately you don't get a power brick inside of it. You've got this really nice sort of faux leathery feeling exterior. You've got this printed image of the phone itself. I believe I got the silver one. Not 100% sure. We'll find out when we unbox the phone. It says Galaxy Z Fold 6 in the front, and then the shadow from the phone actually wraps around the side of the box, which is cool. You've got Galaxy Z Fold 6 sort of embossed into the material on either side of the box. Well, Samsung on this side. And that's pretty much all there is to it, except for some tech specs in the back of the phone. So let me pull these pull tabs right here, and let's dive right into the unboxing. I actually got my unboxing knife, but I don't need it because there's pull tabs. I spent like 15 minutes looking for it, only to realize there are pull tabs. So, well, they don't work very well. So maybe I needed the unboxing knife. I don't know. I'm very excited to see this phone. You could say I love the Motorola Razr Plus so much I had to get the even larger version, the Z Fold 6. Now I'm planning to use this phone for the next couple days to couple weeks and give you guys a full review. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. We're also about to hit 100,000 subscribers. It's crazy. I can't wait. And of course, I'd love for you guys to be a part of that. With that being said, inside the top of the box, you've got a Samsung logo, and then you've got the phone itself right here. Wow. Not a lot of preamble there. Let's pull this guy out really quick. Wow. Before we get to the phone, let's see what else we get inside the box. Do they not even give you a USB-C? Maybe if you pull the top of the box. You've got this little like cardboard thin box that has, there you go, your USB-C cable. Pretty basic, USB-C to USB-C in black. You've also presumably got the startup guide and health and safety and things like that. Quick start guide, volume control capabilities. Interesting. Is there anything else? Well, that's pretty much all you get. A USB-C and a quick start guide and a phone. Brands have really just opted to make packaging as simple as possible, which is fine. Great for the environment, I guess, but sucks if you don't have a power adapter of some kind because they don't give you one anymore. Well, let's get into the actual phone itself. You've got the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Now it looks like we've got this black protective cover on this outside screen. Let's pull this off. As you probably know by this point with foldable phones, you know what, hold on. As you probably know by this point with foldable phones, you do not want to pull off the screen protector because it will completely destroy the foldable screen. And then on the front screen, or I guess the large screen, we've got another black protective cover. Let me pull this off and try not pull off the screen protector. Again, let me give you guys the full sound effect here. Wow, this is nice. So I did get the silver colorway, it looks like, or the silver color. I review sneakers on my main channel, and everything's a colorway. With tech, I guess it's not colorways, is it? So, so here it is, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Now let's do the first fold. Now is that as nice as the Razr? Let's hear. Ooh, here's the Z Fold 6. It's more muted. It's quieter, less obtrusive, I would say. Now, is it as nice? I still prefer the Razr in terms of sound, but that's one of the least important parts of the phone. Then again, the whole reason you buy a foldable phone is to fold it, and the sound is a big part of that. So maybe I do kind of prefer the Razr in this instance. For a $2,000 phone, I will say that the build quality feels good. Now, apparently this phone is slimmer than the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. There are apparently a few minor updates from the 5 to the 6. Obviously, there needs to be, or else there wouldn't be a new phone. The outer screen apparently is slightly larger. The inner screen, possibly larger. I need to double check that, but I'm not 100% sure. And then, like I already mentioned, the actual width is thinner, and apparently the hinge is slightly redesigned to make it a little bit more dirt and grime resistant. It's not dust resistant, but it is IP48 water resistant, so I believe that gets you, what, 5 feet of freshwater submersion for 30 minutes, something like that. This phone is definitely a little bit harder to fold than the Motorola. I feel like you really do have to press on the screens, but that kind of scares me a little bit. But it shouldn't, because these phones are supposed to be able to last for a long time. Now, I did do a full review of the Samsung Galaxy 24 Ultra a couple months ago, and that phone is truly Ultra. That phone's incredible. And I wish more of the features from that phone were on this phone. I wish this was basically just an Ultra with a foldable screen, because that feels, well, I mean, you're spending $2,000 on a phone. I feel like you should get that. Here we go. It's turning on. Samsung Galaxy, here we go. Don't get me wrong, this is a beautiful phone. And if I was to use one of these as a daily driver, I probably would end up using this one because you get the much larger screen on the inside of the phone. I kind of want to open this up. See what we're working with on the inside. Here we go, preparing for mobile connection. There we go. Now I still have my SIM in the Razr. I'm gonna finish that review first before I transfer the SIM over, or eSIM over. 7.6 inches is actually what the screen dimension is. Oh wow, they even spread out the keyboard for you. Interesting. But what is that? Oh, is that the hidden selfie cam? Wow, look at that. Okay, so you can sort of see the hidden selfie cam underneath the screen on the interior screen. It looks like a water droplet, but it's actually a cam underneath the screen, which is pretty rad. Not gonna lie. Now I wonder if that under-screen camera is gonna look like that all the time. One thing I do have to say is that on the interior screen of this phone, I feel like you don't need a selfie camera. I guess maybe if you're Zoom calling or something like that, but I just don't think I need it. Okay, registering my face. Oh, take off my hat, right? Oh, that was quick. Face registered. All right. I feel like that was faster even than the Galaxy Ultra. I wonder if it actually did a good job of checking my face out. Some other changes from the Z Fold 5 to the Z Fold 6 is that the inner screen actually gets brighter on this phone. I believe it gets up to 2600 nits, and I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they claim. So much to do setting up a phone. I should be used to it now. In terms of battery, you've got a 4400 milliamp hour battery, which still unfortunately only has 25 watt charging, which is frustrating. When it comes to tech specs, the Z Fold 6 has a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 with 12 gigabytes of RAM, which means it should be pretty fast. According to Samsung, the crease in the middle of the screen is less noticeable because they've apparently increased the number of layers over top of the screen, plus it's more durable, and they've also apparently reinforced the rails in the hinge. Camera-wise, it's basically the same. You've got a 50 megapixel main camera in the center, you've got a 12 megapixel ultra wide, and then you've got a 10 megapixel telephoto. Unfortunately, it's not as good of a camera setup as you have on the S24 Ultra, which is kind of frustrating because this would be a great vlogging camera. This would actually be really cool because then what you could do is actually have the front screen acting as a viewfinder, which would make things really easy to sort of center your face and all sort of good stuff. One big plus though is that this phone does have an ultra wide camera, which unfortunately the Razr does not. Already setting this phone apart because ultra wide is one of those things that you kind of need when you're vlogging, because usually with the main camera, not only is it hard to get your face in frame at all times, but also it's a pretty close crop. I actually don't know how close this crop is because for some reason the front screen is not turning on for me. I wonder if that's a setting I need to turn on. But either way, apparently the Z Fold 6 is also lighter than previous Z Fold phones, which I guess is a good thing. You are sort of holding like two phones together in one. Obviously, you know, the battery and some of the tech is split between the two phones, so it's not going to be as heavy as if you actually were holding two phones in one, but it kind of has the same thickness of two phones. I do have to say though, the screen is massive. It's amazing. Now I kind of want to throw on a YouTube video. Let's pull on a video from renowned YouTuber Seth Fowler, see what he has to say about things. Wow, this screen is awesome. It's like you got a full tablet here. It's amazing. I love it. Wow. This would be great for flights. Obviously, the aspect ratio is a little odd, especially when you're watching, you know, movies and videos and things like that, but it's great for web browsing. Plus, obviously, you can do dual screen things, like you can have something going on one screen and something going on the other screen. A lot of different customizability options here. Now, obviously, this phone is absolutely an enthusiast phone. This is not the kind of phone that anyone's just going to run out to the store and buy because it's $2,000. There are definite benefits to having this phone because you've got such a large screen. The downside is, though, the durability is not on par with a regular phone. I mean, it's better than it was, significantly, but at the same time, compared to like a standard Galaxy S24 Ultra or an iPhone or something like that, a foldable screen is always going to be less durable. And the crease will probably bother some people. To me, it's not a huge deal. You know, you can't even barely feel it, but you can see it. Definitely in certain lights. And that's something that probably for the next couple generations of foldable phones will not go away. It's just kind of the nature of the beast with this sort of device. One thing I do like is that there is a raised edge around the entire screen, which means that if you get some dirt in there, the dirt wouldn't be like compressed between the two screens like it would be if there wasn't raised edges. There's a little bit of a gap there, which is kind of nice. Now, one thing that's great about this phone, but honestly is true for really any Galaxy phone, is that you've got a lot of really great Galaxy AI features, and of course you've got Google Gemini. One of my favorite Galaxy AI features is Circle to Search. You can literally circle anything on the screen. I'm gonna circle Google. I'm gonna search Google on Google. It didn't even search Google, it searched the screen behind it. All right, well, you get my drift. Actually, no, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to YouTube. We're gonna circle the shoe in the thumbnail of my video, right there. And I'll tell you guys what kind of shoe it is. It is the Asics Gel Kayano 14 in cream and black. That is exactly the shoe that it is. Circle to Search is my favorite Google AI feature, or sorry, Samsung AI feature. I absolutely love it. It's incredible. All you do is long hold the the home button and it just pops up. And it's great when you have the S Pen as well, which does actually work on the Z Fold 6. And you'd think that maybe the S Pen might damage this internal screen, but apparently it doesn't, at least if you're not like jamming it at the screen. But wow, the screen does look really good. There are other AI features on the phone like Sketch to Image and Portrait Studio where you can take a photo of yourself and have it create its own artistic portrait. Let me pull that up. Unfortunately, the 10 megapixel selfie camera sucks. I guess it could be worse. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look how bad that is. It's mainly because I just look awful. Portrait mode here. Transform photos into various artistic styles. Cartoon mode. Let's generate it. 3D cartoon. It takes a second, apparently. Oh, they closed my mouth for some reason. I mean, it kind of looks like me. That one definitely looks like me, unfortunately. Why are they? I'm cross-eyed in all these. I'm not actually cross. Am I cross-eyed in the photo? Oh my goodness. What is this? They've definitely made me cross-eyed. That's a bummer. Okay, let's do watercolor. I'm not cross-eyed in the photo. It's at an angle. Brutal. I need to take a different photo. This is, I can't have that be the only photo. Okay, let's try Portrait Studio on this photo right here. Hopefully it works out. Let's see. I mean, it's better. Well, I don't know why they gave me like a different kind of shirt. Let's see a sketch. Generate. You know what's crazy? That actually kind of looks like me. That actually looks very, very similar to how I actually look in real life. At least how I see myself in the mirror. Better than, I kind of look like Steph Curry a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Better than some of the other photos. Okay, I need to stop with this because it's just gonna get brutal. Okay, a really cool feature is the Interpreter app, which allows you to interpret conversations by setting up your phone like this and literally having one side of the conversation on this screen and then the other side on this screen, so you can talk to the phone, it'll translate it to a different language, and then the person who speaks a different language can see your sentence on this side of the screen. But it is a cool feature and I'm really excited about using it. There are a ton of other really cool features that are available on this phone, which we'll talk about in the full review. So if you guys want to check that out, make sure to subscribe to the channel to be notified as soon as it drops. But let me know your thoughts on the Galaxy Z Fold 6 in the comment section down below. Did you pre-order one? Are you going to pre-order one, or do you just not care? Let me know all those thoughts again down below in the comments. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. Again, we're about to hit 100,000 subscribers. It's crazy. I can't believe it. I'd love for you guys to be a part of that. And make sure to stay tuned till the next video. See you guys then.